In the heart of the African savannah, where golden grasslands stretch for miles and the sun paints the earth with fire each evening, lived a powerful lion named Moyo. But Moyo was not like the other lions. He bore a long scar across his face, a reminder of the day that changed his life forever. Years ago, Moyo had been caught in a poacher's trap, a crude metal snare dug deep into his leg. For 2 days, he cried out in agony, struggling, growing weaker. No other animal dared approach him. Vultures circled above. His fate seemed sealed. But then came Elias, a quiet, elderly wildlife ranger who had spent decades protecting the animals of the Serengeti. He heard the distressed roars and tracked them through thorn and sun. When he finally found Moyo, the lion's eyes were wide with fear and pain. Elias didn't flinch. Slowly, carefully, he approached the massive beast. With gentle words and steady hands, he sedated Moyo, freed his leg from the snare, cleaned the wound, and tended to him over several days in a small bush veterinary outpost. The other rangers thought he was mad. "That lion will turn on you," they said. But Elias saw something else in Moyo, not rage, but recognition, and they were right. When Moyo recovered and was released back into the wild, he didn't just vanish. Every now and then he would appear near Elias's post and sitting quietly at a distance, just watching. It became a ritual. Every week at dawn, Moyo would appear. He would sit for a while, and Elias would sip his tea, sometimes speaking softly to him. No cages, no commands, just a silent bond between man and beast. But time catches us all. One morning, Elias didn't come out with his tea. The camp was quiet. Word spread Elias had passed away peacefully in his sleep. As the funeral procession took place under the shade of an acacia tree, something incredible happened. Out of the brush, Moyo appeared. Everyone froze. The lion, now older, scarred but strong, walked silently toward the gathering. No one moved, no one ran. He approached Elias's casket, lowered his massive head and lay beside it. And then he did something that left everyone in tears. He let out a deep, mournful roar, not of rage, not of hunger, but of loss. And then he stayed for hours. He didn't move when the casket was lowered. He didn't move when the people left. He stayed by the grave that night, guarding it like a loyal sentinel. For weeks after, he would return to the grave, always at dawn, always alone. Sometimes he would just sit. Other times he'd bring offerings, a branch, a bone, once even a fresh kill, as if trying to give something back to the man who once saved his life. The rangers built a small memorial there with Elias's favorite quote carved into the stone. To protect what cannot speak is the noblest act of all, and beside that stone, often in the golden morning light, Moyo can still be seen, silent, proud, and grieving in his own way, because even in the wild, love is never forgotten.